Hello, hello, beautiful people. Listen, we have a beautiful guest on today, and her name is Coach, y'all, Ashley J. Listen, I am so excited to have this beautiful woman of God to come on and talk with us on today. Coach Ashley is a dating coach, relationship coach. She's a therapist. I mean, just about anything you could call. She has the credentials, okay, and she's qualified and she is certified. Y'all got to share this room because we're talking about love. Y'all know next month is February, the month of love. If y'all want to know more about dating online, if y'all want to know about dating and relationships, whether you're married, so this is not exempt just to the singles, okay? So y'all go ahead and share this room, share this show on today because we want as many people as we can come. And y'all know we on YouTube, we on Facebook, so we want y'all to talk about it. And y'all know how I do it on my show. And if you don't know how Yolanda Mitchell does it on NewBeing Queen Talk Show, I love for you to comment. I love for you to ask questions. I will take your comments, I will take your questions, and I will present them to the woman of God, Coach Ashley J. This is her lane, y'all. So y'all better come with these questions. Don't y'all hold back. Don't y'all want to know? Listen, we can all have a good conversation. And if you like some of the stuff that she is saying, don't hesitate to comment because we love comments too. So y'all just hold still. I'll be back with you all in just a moment. Listen, I told y'all this is going to be so good. So I am getting ready to bring up the beautiful woman of God, Coach Ashley J. Hey, how are you doing,
Hey,
beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am so excited about tonight. So excited to get a chance to talk to you and ask some questions. So we're talking about singles. We're talking about single and dating. We talk about dating relationships. But last time in our topic, right, we were talking about dating online. Is it safe?
Mm-hmm.
How you date and things like that. So I want to be able to piggyback off that. I want to be able to get in some of that dating online, and if it's a good thing to do, and then maybe even talk about what maybe some apps that we could probably go to that may be safe, because listen,
Okay.
we can be women of God, but we want to date. And it may not be people that
Yes.
we can pick a job in churches. We may want to go and do the dating online. You know what I'm saying? Because we have you as an experienced person that have went through and successful in it. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be
Yes.
great for us, for you to talk to us about that because that's your lane. And then also we were talking about, I'm a married woman, right? And I can be
Mm-hmm.
wrong sometimes. So how do you get over an argument or disagreement or heated, what they call heated discussion or strong or intense fellowship? You know,
Yes.
so we talk about that. Help us out because help us sister out. We need to know about this little stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's talk. Now, let's first of all, let's introduce yourself. Tell us more about you. Then we'll get into the questions. Just kind of warm you up a little bit.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley J. I am a dating and relationship coach. I'm also a therapist, and I also see individuals. And let's see what else. I am a wife. I am a mother, and I'm always learning. Right. I always welcome the environment for me to learn from other people because I feel like that is how I can strengthen my expertise, and that is how you increase your knowledge. So I'm a serial learner, okay? What else? I also am an author, and I also have a talk show called The Love Experience Show, which comes on every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think that's enough.
It is, listen, it is not enough. We need to get all we can from out of you, but that's okay because these queens are going to be chiming in tonight. Queens, like I said before, we need y'all questions, comments. We need y'all to come in. We need y'all to talk about it. We want y'all communication on tonight. We need y'all, what they call it, y'all, I'm not excited. We need y'all volunteer. We need y'all active. We need y'all participation. That's the
Yes,
word. We need y'all to participate with us on tonight. Ask questions. So let's talk about it, Queen. You met your husband online. I have a
I
woman that
did.
God said, I met my husband here on Facebook. So it is
Wow.
possible, okay? You know what I'm saying? So it is possible. Queen Anjanette, she met her husband here, and powerful man of God. Okay, may I add? And not only she's a beautiful, powerful woman of God, she met her king on Facebook. So it is possible. So, woman of God,
Mhm.
you went through the dating app, you went online. Can you give us some details about that?
Okay. So I'll say this was we've been for 11 years. So I just finished my 1 year sabbatical from dating. And my mother, she was very instrumental in telling me to try out Harvey's dating site. And I was like, I don't know, mom. She was like, no, come on, you should try it. So I
Mhm.
jumped on there. I want to say they gave you a 30-day free trial. So I went on there for 30 days. I told the Lord, listen, I got 30 days. And I need to meet my husband in 30 days. I'm tired of this playing with different people. I'm ready for my husband. And I met him in 2 weeks after saying that. So being on dating site, I was kind of apprehensive at first because I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. But it was an easy process for me. What I did was I truly listened to God on what pictures to put on my profile and
Mhm.
what to say in my bio. And I had to make sure I represented me, my authentic self,
Yes.
when I was posting my bio and my pictures because I did not want the wrong representation because I did not want the wrong type of guy trying to connect with me.
Right.
So um it it was like I said, 2 weeks. At first I was like, okay, first time you get on a dating site, it's gonna be a bunch of guys trying to reach out to you.
Right.
And I was looking, checking out profiles, and I was like, nope, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, Lord, like really, you gonna make me work hard? Like this is not doesn't look like our agreement is coming to pass. What's going on? And I had a couple scammers try to contact me, but I could pick up on their language and how they were speaking pretty quickly, and I did not communicate with them at all.
Right.
So after a while, after that week and a half, hitting the 2 week mark, my husband approached me on
Mm.
Locate Your Love. And when he approached me, at first I was going to go past him because I was like, nope, this don't even look right. But I had to really listen to the Holy Spirit, and he told me, no, check out his profile again and reach out to him. I said,
Right.
okay. So I went ahead, looked at his profile again, and I was like, okay, well, it's not too bad. Don't ask me what he said on his profile because I do not remember.
Uh-huh.
But it was enough for me to say, okay, let me say hi back to this guy.
Mhm.
And he everything at my pace, and we got to know each other on the site, and then moved transition to texting, and went from texting to talking on the phone, and we talked all the time. So that's how I got started in dating online.
So let me ask you this. So when y'all were communicating, did you give your personal number? Did you give me your number right then, or y'all communicating, maybe some other kind of way? When did you give him your
So
personal
at
number?
first we were just talking on the site. We were able to like basically email each other back and forth.
Okay.
Um, so we were talking on the site, and then after, like, right when my trial was coming up to an end, I was like, you know what, we can get off of here, and you can text me. So I did give him my number, but I felt him out first before I gave it to him because I wanted to make sure, like, I'm not gonna have to block him after I give him my number. So yeah, I felt him out, but they eventually I did give him my personal number.
Okay. So, um, what site did y'all connect on? Because I never asked that. So, what site was it?
It was called Locate Your Love, but I don't
Okay.
think it's operational now.
Okay. Wow. So it was really created and designed just for you. Because once you found your king, once you and your king connected, not long after that, it was disconnected.
Yes.
Wow. That hey, it was created just for you and your king. That was awesome. So let me ask you this. What were some of the things that he said to you that made you feel as if it was time for you all to take it to the next level where you can say, we can take this off the app and we can, text and things like that. But what were some of the things that he said or did to let you know we can take this from, this stage we dated, and then now we're gonna take it, to the next level for you to know that he was probably the one for you.
So in the beginning, it was like I said, he let me take things at my own pace. Like he was not trying to rush me, which was something completely different for me
Right.
because my experience is having conversations with guys and they like, okay, let's go out. Let's do this. I need to fill you out first. Like I'm not that girl that as soon as I meet you, I'm going to go out with you. That was not me. So he made me comfortable with just doing it at my own pace. And he wasn't forcing anything on me. And also, he was not someone that wanted to talk about sex. And I say this because look, I was not all the way great with my relationship with the Lord back then. So I was out there and I had sex with people. But
Right.
um he was not someone that wanted to talk about that. I even
Right.
tested and his response was like, I'm not that's not what I'm into right now. I just want to get to know you. That right there spoke volumes to me because of what I was used to
Right.
with guys that were my age or a little bit younger.
Right.
So that helped me. And then also the thing that made me say he was the one was one Saturday, I think we were texting and asking him what he was going to do for that. And he told me that he was at the nail salon with his and her sister, and we're getting pictures, and he told me he was getting as well. And I was like, whoa, what? So the fact that he was a hands-on father made me say, okay, this is something that I want. This is something that
Right.
I need. So that's how I know.
Come on. Okay. So you say he was like a hands-on father, and you're saying a father as in a father is in his own child. Is it what you were saying? Because you were kind of breaking up on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. He took the nail salon. He took his daughter and his sister, not his
Mhm.
sister, his daughter and her sister to the nail salon.
Uh-huh.
That's who it was.
Right. And so, was this the part when he also not he got served too, like he was sitting there getting his toes done? Was this the
He got a pedicure too. He did. He told me that. Because I
Listen,
was like, oh, are you just like dropping them off or something? He was like, no,
uh-huh.
I'm getting my feet done too.
Ooh, now my feet, when I called him, my feet. But he wanted the whole experience. Like he is not coming to
Yes.
let them have all the fun. He's like, well, I don't know what this all about. Y'all come to get y'all toes and y'all feet done, and let me go and get mine done. I don't want to be like Claus feet.
Yes.
I want to have my stuff that like that. So I absolutely love
Mhm.
it. That lets you know that he is in tune and he's man enough to say, I want to get my feet done. And I don't
Yeah.
care if I like it or if you look at me funny or strange, your feet gonna be crusty and my feet gonna be soft. Okay, so it is what it is. So I absolutely love that. So 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 we're talking about in relationships, right? So
Hmm.
when we are in our heated discussion, when we don't had our what we called it, you said it was intense fellowship.
Yeah.
So in our intense fellowship, what are some of the things you can tell us that we can kind of, so we don't take this argument, to bed? Because you know how us women get. We be like, no, you can sleep in the living room, or
Yes.
we'll turn over and you need to turn over on your side and my side, and we don't even need to talk and get up the next morning, still be mad. You're like, well, you're madder now the next morning
Hmm.
than you were the night before. Like you don't want to sleep angry, but you don't understand you're gonna be even angry.
Hmm.
So tell us, what are some of the things that we can do, so we don't take that anger to bed, with us.
So let's take it to the moment you guys are arguing. When you're arguing, one thing that I teach couples, I like for couples to, if you feel like it's getting heated, take a break. You guys go to your separate corners or go for a walk, whatever you need to do. Take a break if you feel like this thing is getting too heated.
Mhm.
And you can say that, hey, let's tap out for a minute
Uh,
and come back to this. How, let's say, I'd say don't go too far past, let's say, an hour for you
okay.
to cool down. And once you can come back with cooler heads, then try to resolve the issue. Or if you cannot resolve it, come up with something that's going to work for the both of you. Come up with a resolution that's going to work for the both of you, because you can, I guess, say agree to disagree
Right,
until you can find something that is going to help you the best for
right.
that situation. If you still feel like you're angry,
Uh-huh.
then after that, I say get in each other's face. And what I mean by that is you take the moment anytime you get in an argument, looking at after everything is somewhat calmed down, but you still got a little bit of attitude.
Uh-huh.
Take that time and have you guys stare at each other, look at each other's eyes. When
Okay.
you do that, you start to melt. Literally, you start to melt. Do not
Oh,
lose that contact. Keep
oh,
your focus on each other. And once you are able to do that and you feel like your defenses are down, everybody is happy, you're going to probably start laughing with one another after a little bit. Once you can, if you could do that, then you should not be going to bed mad. Give each other a kiss, wrap it up however you want to wrap it up, okay? But there's things that you can do, just stare in each other's eyes. You can crack a joke to break up the heat from the argument. Something There's always something that you can do to kind of change the atmosphere and the environment from I'm mad at you, I don't want to talk to you, to hey, let's go to bed, let's cuddle or whatever. Cook together. You can go for a walk together. Both of you are hot, so go on outside, take a walk around the block or something like that. But always keep it together.
right,
You can do this together.
right.
Do you need more or is that good?
Listen, I was thinking, let me go ahead and call my husband, honey, and just look him in the eye. Just
Yes.
You know, I want to try it. I want to try that right now to see. You know, don't break eye contact. Look at me in my eyes. You know. Okay. So when I look at him, I'm gonna look at him with loving eyes. How my eyes gonna look? Am I gonna look like I'm about to cry concerning? You know how us women
You
get.
might.
You know, when we be mad and stuff, we be like, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I'm angry, I'm upset. I don't want you looking me in my eyes because you may see stuff you may not like. I may be looking cross-eyed, you know, or I may be looking like looking
But
like my
guess
sister.
what? Guess what? That won't be the first time he's seen you look cross-eyed. So
So I just look him in his eyes. Because here's the thing that when we get upset, right? You know, we go for the juggle and we get upset. We be mad sometimes, you know. But you know, don't say things that you're gonna regret or something that you can't take back. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
know, like that's why you say take a breather. Because I was thinking, what if I'm in my car? You know, and I can't leave. And I got to go in my corner in my car. I'm gonna look outside the window. You know, give myself some time to breathe and to think, and to say before you say something crazy and
Mhm.
sideways. Take out your time. Say, God, I need you to help me because I feel like I'm going to say something real crazy. And then just breathe and maybe let a couple of tears flow. And then just say, the reason why I say what I'm saying, this is why I'm acting, you know, and just speaking a very calm voice, you know, very nice voice instead of aggressive, and just talk it out, you know, in a mature way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking about when you said go in
Mhm.
your corner, because I was like, oh, I want to go in my corner. And I don't want to look him in the eyes. You know, don't want to do none of that stuff. That's why you're the therapist. You know, because the thing that you said do is the thing I don't want to do. I don't want to go in no corner. I want to talk about it right now because I'm in my
Yeah.
emotions. And I'm gonna say
Yes.
something, I'm gonna regret
The
it. I'm gonna try to come back and apologize for all that mean stuff I've said. Okay, let's move on.
yes. Yes.
So you did good. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. And she said the woman of God said making each other laugh to break the argument. So that's good. So she's in agreement with it. Okay.
Yes.
So we are at that place where we have been talking and
Mhm.
we want to take it to the next level and we want to, you know, we want to start dating. So this is going to be where, you know, we're going to be dating and and we're also married and dating. So what are some of the things, some of the, you know, things that you say, these are some of the things you can do while you're married and dating or when you're in a relationship to keep things going, to keep things spicy. So what are some of the things that you share with us and say, this is what y'all gonna do, this is good, this can be, you know, something that's inexpensive, or this could be a way you can be COVID free, you know, or a way
Yes.
okay, this is, you know, make it lavish. But what are some of the things you can do, you know, we can do while we're dating? Like give us some ideas of how to date. Because some of us don't know how to date. We don't have a date night. We don't even make our schedule, you know, a date night. You know what I'm saying? I have a 3-year-old. And I'd be like,
Mhm.
I ain't got no babysitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, girl, can you get somebody to babysit and keep him for like 2 or 3 hours? Like, and it's, you know, don't take much, but just sometime away, just you and, you know, your man. You know, just can you do you have somebody that you trust that can just give you a few hours just with them? So what do you say for someone who's married or who's dating and they have children? What are some of the things you can say? This is what you can do, you know, so you can spend time with your boo.
So, thinking about all of that you just said, schedule the time.
Mhm.
I definitely say schedule the time because that way, when it's in the schedule, then you are more likely to keep it in front of your mind. This is what we're supposed to be doing this date, this time. And also, you're doing it with intention. So,
Mhm.
being intentional about dating shows both of you that this relationship is wanted and I want to spend time with my spouse or my significant other.
Right.
So schedule it. I know some people think that's crazy, but life is real and people
Right.
are busy, and you got to put that time aside if you want to keep a healthy, happy relationship.
Right.
And some things that you can do, let's say for the married people, let's say you've been married for over 10 years. Something that you can do, this is one of my favorites, go back to the beginning of the relationship.
Mhm.
Think back to, let's say, your first date. Think back to the most memorable date in the very beginning of the relationship and
Mhm.
recreate it.
Right.
It's always fun. Recreate it.
Okay.
Um, my husband and I, we did that on one of our anniversaries. Our first date was and we recreated that date. And we went oh my goodness, I can't pick it up right now. But we went to a restaurant that was right in the same area as the aquarium.
Mhm.
And we recreated it. It was fun. We had a great time. And it
Uh-huh.
was just funny thinking about the memories that we have from that first date and
Right.
just laughing about some of the awkward moments we had, all of that. It was a great time.
Right.
So think about what y'all did in the very beginning and recreate it.
Think about
Um,
you
Also, as adults, sometimes we do not use our imagination
okay.
as much as we could.
Uh-huh.
But I say get creative. If there's something that you might think will help, go for it.
Right.
Try whatever it is that you think is going to bring a smile to your spouse's face,
Mhm.
whatever it may be. Don't get I don't want to say scared, but just do it. Don't let
Mhm.
anything hold you back from using your creativity on this date. And even if it is a failure, there are still memories that you have created, especially if you're married. You guys could probably laugh at what happened or the something with the effort, whatever. There's
Mhm.
something there that you can laugh at and have a memory of. So be creative when it comes to the date.
That's
Let's see.
beautiful. I had
And go ahead.
I had this woman, she said, when you were talking, she was saying keep on dating. She said dancing in your living room or bedroom
Mm,
together. So I was just thinking, what kind of song, we would be dancing off of and just dancing, Like even if you step on my feet, it's okay, baby.
yes,
you know,
yes,
take off your shoes. I'll take off mine. We just gonna be in the bedroom and we just gonna dance. We're gonna cut the music. And you know what? And that music, it sets the tone. It sets the atmosphere, right? It sets a
yeah, it
really
does.
nice atmosphere. And just say we just gonna dance. So dance in the living room. You got more space, and just dance. So woman of God, that was good. And Jeanette Queen, that was good advice.
Yes,
But she also came back and said, she said, play some board games you like in your sexy clothes. Queen, what you trying to do,
yes,
girl? We ain't gonna be
yes,
playing.
yes,
You know, playing for
yes,
long in that sexy outfit, honey. No, ma'am. You're not gonna be playing too long. We gonna be playing, but it won't be no board game, okay?
exactly.
Oh my goodness. So that is beautiful. I love that. So and so that was two of the things that she said. So I absolutely, hey, and that's COVID free. That'll keep you from
Yes,
being
it is.
amongst people. And then and then she said, okay, she said, okay, so that's the outfit we're gonna have on. We're gonna be nude. So we're gonna be playing board games nude.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see how long that lasts.
What kind of game that is? Listen, that's not even a game that you can play. What is it? Strip? How do you say strip poker? So
Strip
I mean, those are
poker.
just some, those are just some things you just, whenever hey, when he gets in from work, and you just say, "This is what I got something nice I'm gonna be wearing for you when you get in from work," and he'd be like, "Hey,
Yes.
surprise!" That's nothing. That's what I'm wearing. Nothing. Okay.
Yes.
You can have him ready. He could be like, but I don't know which I want to choose. Do I want to eat or do I want
Yep.
to? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So that's just absolutely. I love it. And so those are just some fun things. Yes, woman of God, thank you for that. So those are
Yes.
some
Thank
fun things
you.
that we can do to keep the spice in the relationship. And just doing something that's inexpensive and don't cost a lot. And like you said, schedule.
Mhm.
Your time, make it intentional. Um, And if you get into a heated discussion, look each other in the eyes. All these are great tips. Breathe and then come back. We got to take some of this advice, okay? Because we got a therapist for y'all. This is dating and coaching. And then she's one of the ones that she's saying that it's good, it's okay. Oh, I have another question because the woman of God said, I don't know if it was your mom, but somebody said, oh, it was on Steve Harvey. It was on Steve Harvey's site, the site that was it. I don't know if that was mom that said it.
It
Um,
was it was Steve Harvey's website.
Okay, got you. Okay, so it's okay. So he don't have that website anymore. So that was awesome that you was able to go, on his website, and it actually worked. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
so Queens, what we're saying is that you don't have to exclude, website because people do make it seem like, oh, it's, I wouldn't even go on the website. I wouldn't, try to do no Facebook dating and things like that. But a lot of times we don't, especially during COVID, we're not getting out and really going to a lot of places. So you do
Yeah.
have, even if you meet somebody in person in church, you think that they're the best, you think that they're the one, and you can find that they're not. So whether it's online, whether it's on Facebook, or in person, or you see them just in church or in the grocery store, yeah, you see them in person, but you really don't know that individual. You really don't know them. I want to ask
Hmm.
you, how many months do you think that we should be, talking, before you think that you can take it to the next level and consider it consider dating? Is it like 3 months or 6 months? 90 days. How long you think that okay, we can consider we're just talking right now, and then you take it to the next level and call it dating. I don't know what the steps are because I wish I'd have done that because I was quick to just if we're talking for a period of time now we're in a relationship. It's like, what is this? Just boyfriend, girlfriend, and so just taking my time. So when do you go from we're talking to now we're dating?
I would say 90 days is a good amount of time. Um, it I think that it'll give you enough time to get to know this person. Hopefully you guys are seeing each other frequently enough for
Mhm.
you to see how they operate and see how they are, how they can treat you.
Right.
um 90 days typically, right at 90 days is when you the mask comes off,
Yes.
because a lot of times in the beginning we're meeting people and we're using our representative, what I like to call our representative, and that is the person that the persona that you use
Uh-huh.
to show somebody, oh, I'm a good bitch, instead of leading with your authentic self. So 90 days, the mask will come off and they'll really get to see who you are. And hopefully
Yes.
it's before that. And then you can decide whether you want to be take it to the next level with this person or you want to leave it alone.
Right.
And I want to say this, a lot of times you have signs before you
Right.
get to that point. You have signs on whether you are able to keep this situation, this relationship going, or if you need to stop it. Just pay attention to the signs.
Yeah. And I was thinking, when you were talking, after like 3 months, 90 days, and you ain't gave up them cookies,
Yeah.
and he hungry. If he real hungry, he think you're worthy. He gonna sit back and say, "Oh, she's worth the wait," because
Yes.
it's a good woman because she waited 3 months and we've talked, we've had and you've gotten to know him, and so it's more of getting to know each other on a personal, spiritual level than the physical because we're physically attracted to one another. Because once
Hmm.
you've given him the best part of you, you've given him pretty much all. But if you hold back and say, "I want to get to know you," I don't want to, you know be doing all these different things and having these conversations. I want to get to know you. Who are you? Who are your people? I was telling somebody one of the things I wish that I would have done is back in the days, how when they say your parents had to meet the person that you were dating,
Yeah.
and you be like, they go, who your mama is, who your people, who your daddy, and you be like, why are you asking all them questions? Listen, you need to know, and daddy and mom them wanted to know that because it's something in their family line, that may be like, but they may be crazy, they may be
Hmm.
smart, they may, have a line of, dysfunction,
Hmm.
high divorce rate, things that children may be unruly, maybe the parents are be in your business. It's like that's why you want to know who their people are, and see if you are worthy of dating my daughter, or
Yes.
being part of the family, or me being a part of your family, I being part, because now when y'all get connected, I'm about to know your people, it's just a lot. So we have to go back old school too, and you have to wait that time out instead of jumping into something and rushing. And dating is actually beautiful. And also, I'll ask you this question: do you think it's okay to date more than one person at a time? I'm gonna go to Queen Anjanette because she said something. So I'm gonna go to her comment in just a second. But do you think it's okay to
Okay.
date more than one person? Because I know a friend and I love what she did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love what she had done. Right? She was actually seeing more than one guy. She was talking to more than one guy at a time. And she wasn't just seeing this particular one. And then she said, I'm gonna tell you why I do that. She said, because when you get one, then you, without knowing, you'll be available, and you're waiting for his calls, you're waiting for his text messages, waiting for him to come pick you up, waiting for him to, respond back to you, waiting for him. And she said, I dated and was talking to more than one guy. And then she said, so all I'm doing just talking. She said they never picked me up from my house. I would always meet with them. I would go out to eat. And I never went to his place, never went to mine. We didn't even ride in the same car. We just went out to eat. And then she said, and I just got to know them. So it wasn't like, okay, but at this point I'm dating 2 or 3 guys. She might have had this guy she was dating, and then or seeing, and then maybe a few weeks or a month or so later another guy, and she didn't just like, no, I'm not going to talk to you because I'm already talking to somebody. No, she kept her options open. And I was like, that's how I probably got stuck, because I was just seeing one, and I was faithful to that one
Mm,
I was talking to and dating, and then be mad because I said, "Are you gonna call me?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call you." 2 days later, he didn't call me. Oh, I'm mad.
mm,
I said I should have paid attention,
mm.
but so I'm gonna say this is what Queen Anjanette said, and then then we'll come back to that part and hear your comment, because I want to hear what you have to say about dating more than one person. Hold on. So Queen
Okay.
Anjanette said, sometimes things we fear the most are the things we need to embrace. And this is when we were talking about dating online and finding
Mm,
finding you on Facebook. And so what she was saying,
mm.
sometimes that thing you fear, because sometimes we don't want to do that. We don't want to date online because it has given a bad taste in some of our mouth. And it's, kind of scary because you don't know if people are catfishing you, you don't know. And so this is another one, Queen Anjanette said she is just into this thing, honey. I'm loving her. Queen, thank you. She said courtship is such a beautiful thing. Getting to know each other. Thank you, Queen. Thank
Yes.
you. Isn't it beautiful
Yeah,
to get to
that
know?
is.
I'm telling you, to get to know them on a deeper level, like instead of that surface stuff, get to know them on a deeper
Mhm.
level. And that's why it's important to date and get to know them, because the true them, after being sexually frustrated, I'm just being honest. And if they really hold out and you hold out, they're gonna have more respect for you too, because you did take out your time and you wasn't that woman. You were
Yeah.
somebody waiting for. Like, she better be worth it, because she holding out and you holding out, so
Mhm.
what she said. She said that was good as long as she didn't give up the cookies, right? Don't give up the goods, huh? That's the best part. That's a jewel, okay?
Yes,
I had a woman said, she told me this, and I was just, oh my goodness, woman of God, but I love her. And she said, this thing here cause wars. This cause wars, not
it
room
sure
wars.
does.
She said, people want to fight and battle about these cookies here, honey. She said, I got some good stuff. And I was like, oh my goodness, you got some good sweet cookies. I think it must be good, girl. I'm
Yes.
so called wars. Someone asked you this question. Um, so what is your take on dating more than one person?
My take on dating more than one person is it's totally fine. Um, in the beginning, you can weigh your options, decide, you could date as many people as you want as long as you can keep track of them.
Okay.
But also you have to be intuitive enough to figure out who you have the strongest connection with,
Right.
and whether that connection is worth you still juggling a certain amount of people, or can you get rid of some of them so that you can focus on that person. The thing that gets a lot of us in trouble is we can juggle and we can have our roster of people that we're dating, but sometimes we get so lost in, oh, I got this guy taking me out here, and then this guy, he'll do whatever I ask him to do. We get lost in that we don't understand, not understand what we don't pay attention to, who we are really connected to, who is the one that I'm really giving the most of my time to, who is it that I always feel like we have a great time with together when we're out. You have to pay attention and actually check within. Ask yourself periodically, okay, am I ready to stop, or do I feel like somebody has caught my attention to hold it long enough? You have to pay attention to what you're feeling, because I'm telling you this because I'm a testament of this. You can get caught up in the juggle and the excitement of having the guys that are just waiting for you, and end up hurting somebody that really wants your attention and really wants to spend time with you.
Right.
So pay it's fine. Just pay attention to how you're feeling and what's happening between the two of you.
Yeah, and I now one of the things that she did share with me, she said all of them knew about, each other. They knew that she was dating other people because they did make that clear that, that they were going to be dating other people. She was, okay with, them dating and talking because that's, all they were doing. And so she didn't make that clear. And I was like, how do you keep up with their names? Like, because won't you call John, Paul, and Paul, Tommy, and and she said, I had nicknames for the moms, so I call them baby, honey. I said, well, you better listen. You better call and Tony and Jimbo and Philip. Oh, what's her name, baby? I'm so sorry. So she said, listen, I kept it simple. She said, I gave them all nicknames. And she said, so if I call
Mm.
one teddy bear, he don't know that I'm calling the other one teddy bear or honey or sweetie. And so she didn't really use that name, but she did tell me about how she dated. And then she told me that they knew about each other. And she said, to be honest with her, she said they became very competitive.
I was gonna say that.
She said
Yeah.
they were very competitive, and they upped their ante on how they dated her and treated her. She said they started bringing her flowers. She said
Mhm.
limousines, taking her to games, taking her out. And then she said because they knew she was, not available and she was busy, and that she made it clear that I'll be out this weekend, but maybe next weekend. So they was like, whoa,
Mhm.
I'm not the only one that want her. There's something about when other people want you. Everybody wants you with other
Mhm.
people. When you by yourself and you ain't doing nothing, people don't want you. They ain't paying you no attention. Let me stop
Right.
talking about country. People don't want you until somebody else wants you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thank you for bringing that up because I forgot to mention that. Always be open with them from the very beginning,
Yeah,
saying that, hey, you aren't the only one I'm dating, just so you know.
just so you know.
And the competition will arise.
It,
They
it,
will, you tell them, no, I'm going out with so and so on this day at this time or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I take you away next weekend. Like
come
it gets
on.
the competition goes like it goes there.
And so when the woman of God on here, she said, court, let me go back to this. She said courtship is such a beautiful thing, getting to know each other. So it is. So instead of just
Mhm.
sitting there and making and tying yourself down with one person and being, actually be like committing. Because you're just
Mhm.
talking and you don't want to talk to anyone else because you just say like I'm already talking to somebody. You know how we were. I think we were young. I said I'm talking to such and such. And when
Yeah.
you're talking to them, that's really you say you're in a relationship, but talking is really talking nowadays, I think, you know,
Yes.
and then dating. So I can't keep up with the new generation because when I said I'm talking to somebody, I'm really just talking to them, and that's it. We're not in a relationship, but and then dating is different. So when you say we are, so it's talking, dating, and in a relationship. Is that like, I don't know, am I saying it right? So when you're talking, when you're just talking, when you're dating, you are if you taking it to another level. So it's more than just us just talking. Now we're actually seeing each other. We're getting to know each other a little bit better,
Mhm.
more personal level. Um, and then that's when you have my phone and I have yours. And then when we are in a relationship, that means okay, that means you can't be that means me and you, just me and you.
Yeah.
So, so if we're in a relationship, that means it's just you and I. So we need to let's clear that up. We're in a relationship. So I'm your boyfriend. I'm your girl.
Mhm.
Like let's put a label. Like should we this is the time we probably should label it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I'm loving it. She said, we as women must set standards for ourselves and keep it too, not to keep compromising.
Yes.
Absolutely not to keep compromising. I love you, Queen. She is in it. And so this has been beautiful. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself on tonight. Queen, tell us how can we connect with you because we know you have a whole business and a company. She said top is great for those of us still working to get it right. Ain't the Queen? I know, right? I'm married, but I'm still like into. I'm still. I still want to know, Queen. I'm still there. I'm on a day two. I want to get it right. I want to have my stuff together because I need some help too. So you are not by yourself, and I'm married. Okay, so Queen, how can we connect with you so that we can get some coaching and and some help in our relationship, and then some ideas about dating online. Tell us how can we reach you? Give us all of your handles.
So you could follow me on any social media at it's Ashley JW, and you can email me at Ashley at it's AshleyJ.com. I could type it in the chat. So,
Yeah, type it in the chat. This has been good. So y'all just stand by because even after this, if y'all want to chat with her, connect with her, if y'all have a show, listen, behind the scenes, being her be laughing, joking. She is the way she is here. She is just like that behind the scenes, y'all. I had a whole conversation with her yesterday. I was so tired. She listened to me the whole time. Listen, she's like a counselor, a therapist. She listened to me. I think I was talking to her about a good hour or
we
two.
talked about an hour.
You know what I'm saying? We had us a long conversation. I did all the talking, and she's a great listener. And I was like, I know, Queen, I know you tired and you ready for me to go. She's like, no, I'm okay. I'm just listening to you. I was on my way back from, taking my baby to the hospital from the hospital, and I was so drained, but I don't know why I just kept the conversation going, just talking, just rambling on. And she did not try to put any pressure on me to stop talking, none of that. She just listened to me. So y'all, she is a great listener, um, beautiful soul, someone that will listen to you intensely, attentively. She will reply back. She's very responsive. She will respond back to you. If you all have a show or a podcast and you all want more about dating, y'all want to bring her on, she is the one. And she will love to share, anything that she have to provide. If you all would like some counseling, you want a therapist, you want more coaching on your relationship. You want to know how to cope. You want to know how to date, and you want to know if you're on the right path, if you should be doing this. If you want some ideas, listen, she's the one. If he seems to be a little off, and you say, "Hey, I'm dating someone right now, and they, are doing this and doing that," she may have some insight for you. She may have some information for you. I'm just saying, because this is her lane. She specializes in relationships, so she's intuitive. That means that she has some insight about some things. So you want to connect with her. Okay, so
Mhm.
woman of God, we're gonna let you go. Y'all make sure that y'all be on standby on YouTube because she's gonna come on YouTube and put her information there on YouTube, and she's gonna put her information there on Facebook. Queen, before we go, is there anything else that you would like to say? Because these women are just enjoying you on tonight. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we go?
My last thing that I want to say, if you're single, when you're out there dating, your focus should be on you, your standards, and the things that you want. If you're married, then the focus needs to be on you and your husband, or you and your wife, however, whoever's listening. That's what your focus should be on. Always make sure, even with kids and work and everything, you always got to bring it back to the two of you. It's the two of you and it's God. Always bring it back to them. And when you do that, you can see things start to change. If you are in a place where your relationship is a little rocky or whatever, regaining your focus on you and your spouse and God will take care of all of the rockiness.
Mm, that's beautiful. Thank you for that, Queen. Well, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to New Being Queen Talk Show. If y'all are interested and y'all say, hey, I have a story that I would like to share with y'all. If y'all interested in being interviewed, go to newbeingqueenmove@gmail.com. I will give y'all some more information on how y'all can come on New Being Queen Talk Show. There's some, I love to put people out there for you to be able to share the things that you are doing as well. If you have a story to tell, if you don't wrote a book and you want to talk about your book, if you have something that you would like to share with the world, I would love for you to come on to Being Queen Talk Show. Make sure y'all share this interview here, because one day you may come on to Being Queen Talk Show and you're going to want them to share your information. Okay. Also follow, share, subscribe, like this page, continue following so we can continue providing y'all with the content, because we want to know what are y'all really interested in, and how can who can bring on the show that would be great for you all to listen to. We want to bring y'all great content. Also, if you want to be a blessing to us, you want to support the broadcast, cash app me at New Being Queen. That's $ capital N, lowercase EW, capital B, lowercase EING, capital Q, lowercase UEEN. So cash out me, okay? If you would like to be a blessing. Okay, we love you all. We still got queens commenting. We still got them, sending blessings out. Thank you, woman of God. Thank y'all for coming in on the show. This has been a blessing, woman of God. So with that being said, y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all have a great night. Continue to tune in. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care of yourself. Peace and blessings.
Bye, y'all.